Yeah. What's up? Your team sucks. And you know who sucked last year? And you know who we end up talking about in every damn video we do? Who is it, George? Who do we
America's team, the number one team in the nation, Dallas Cowboys. America's team,
one,
baby.
You heard it here first. The number one team in America. Well, America is doing pretty shitty right now. So maybe they're the number one team in the age of Corona, the Dallas Cowboys.
They're the most talked about team by far on any platform. Dallas Cowboys above everyone.
If only talking about a team helped them win, they'd be undefeated.
But it's still they're still in your mouth. You know, I think you probably know the Cowboys better than you own your own team. I think most people probably know the Cowboys better than their own team.
Here's what we're going to do today. We are going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys versus the entire NFC. The entire NFC, not just their division, but every division.
You guys need all the help you can get. So you got to bring all the NFC over. Because if it's just one-on-one, you know, we just annihilate you. So you got to bring the whole NFC to get some kind of conversation going.
Yeah. So we already got no screw the
Depends on who the one is.
So I'm just to repeat myself. We're going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys versus the entire NFC. So we're going to go through the East. We're going to go through the West. Then we're going to go through the South. Who's going to have more wins? Who's going to have a better season? NFL kicks off here in a week from tomorrow. That's awesome. That is awesome. That's killer. Some stadiums are allowing people to come in. I'll be one of the 20% of capacity in Miami Dolphin Stadium. That's going to be pretty awesome too. So let's get rolling here. We're going to start with the Dallas Cowboys versus the Washington. They're not the Redskins. They're just
football team.
They're just the Washington football team. Their name is not the Redskins. George, what is their team name not?
I just think we should stop picking on the Redskins. They've been picked on enough. It's like we're the big bully on the Redskins. We don't need them anymore. They're not even in our league. You can just push them right out and bring another team in because Washington, there's nothing there. What are we worried about?
What are they at, like supposed to win 4 or 5 wins according to you, Wager?
Washington right now is at five wins, which I don't believe they're going to get to.
So
I think it's too early for them, but they have a bright future with all the high draft picks they've gotten. Just this isn't their year. Yes, this one goes to the Cowboys.
You don't even know who the starting quarterback's going to be, so it's hard to determine who they're going to be. I think it's a real worthless team. They're going to, rebuild, do whatever they're going to do this year, make a new team, make a new franchise. Whatever they're going to do, they have to do something because they've been shitty for a long time.
Yo, Eli says, F the Cowboys. What's up, Eli?
As long as you're still talking about them, it's all right. Everybody's still got them in their mouth.
Everybody likes to talk about that person that, talks too much and they always think they're better than that. They walk around like they're the shit. Everybody likes to talk about that person. So what can you say? So, yes, Cowboys, all in all, will have a better season than the Washington football team.
That was pretty simple.
I think we all agree with that.
I think you have to agree with that.
That was pretty easy.
Cowboys versus the Giants, the New York Giants. And by the way, all these lines that you're going to hear are brought to you by You Wager. There's a special promo code that's posted up top. Check it out. You get a really good promo if you want to, lay something down against the Cowboys. A good team to bet against.
The season before the start of the season, before these numbers start moving.
Absolutely a great team to actually bet against is the Dallas Cowboys.
You're gonna go under 10. You want to go under 10 with Dallas? I don't know.
What is the Giant win total for the year? Let's talk about that.
Who are we on? The Giants.
Giants.
Like 6. Let me see what the hell the Giants. I don't even remember what the Giants are. They're not even on my radar right now.
All right, so real quick.
It's another NFC East team that just doesn't matter.
Right. So obviously, George, you think
It's plain and simple. If they're going over 8-8, they're better than the Cowboys. If they're less than 8-8, they're worse than the Cowboys, right? I mean, it's pretty easy. I think the Giants are going to be better than people think. I think they showed flashes last year. They're going to put it together, especially on offense. I thought they were too Saquon dependent last year. I like the new coaching program there. Basically,
you like Jason Garrett over there calling their fucking plays? Yeah, that sounds wonderful for the Giants. They have no shot with Jason Garrett calling their plays this year. So I'm sorry to let you all know that.
I think head up that the Giants are going to beat the Cowboys twice, but the Cowboys will have a better year.
Would you like to make a wager on that right now? I mean, we can make a wager right now.
I don't wager.
That sounds like a parlay that he would get some ridiculous odds on. Head up 2 games and he takes the dog. What kind of odds are you giving on that?
Oh, you guys tell me the favors. We're playing straight up. All the talking, we're going straight up here, right?
Oh yeah, let me do a straight up parlay.
Straight up.
I
heard you both say the Giants will be better. I heard John tell me
the Giants.
I just heard John say the Giants will win both games against the Cowboys.
Look,
okay, so that's 2 wins right there. Their win total 6.
I know all that delusion going through your brain causes you not to listen, but Jordan didn't say that, and I didn't say that either.
You didn't say the Giants were going to beat them both?
Better season.
You didn't say they were going to beat them both games this year?
I did. I did say that.
That's all I said. You said they were going to beat them twice. I said that's not true.
You did.
That's all I said. They have a 6-win total. They're going to beat the Cowboys twice. Sure they are.
Yeah. America's team.
I think the Giants are better than 6 wins this year. Personally, I like the over there.
Bring it over here, you wager. I want your action.
Cowboys versus the Philadelphia Eagles. This is an easy one. The Eagles have a better season, hands down. Jordan?
Jesus Christ. Just hate. I love it.
It's not as easy as you make it sound. They both have 2 aging offensive lines. I think Wentz is the better quarterback. Yeah, we'll give it to the Eagles. If Wentz stays healthy, which is a giant if.
If Wentz stays healthy, he hasn't stayed healthy every year. He's been hurt. The guy doesn't produce every damn year. He's a fluke of a quarterback. I don't know why people keep putting stuff on this guy. The guy's a pig. He's always hurt. He's a glass quarterback. How many
hurt
games
last year? Just the entire team was.
How many games has Dak missed? How many games has Dak missed?
None.
0.
He was in.
Good job.
He was in all of their 8 wins. He was there. He was present for all 8 wins.
At least he has the heart to keep playing. He's not on the sideline watching.
That's true. That is true.
He's in the game. He's in the game. He's doing better than all of us.
Injuries are kind of a fluke thing. Look at Ryan Tannehill. He was the Iron Man, and then he gets injured 2 years in a row, and everybody's saying, "Oh, he's injury prone." You never know. Somebody can be injured 3-4 years in a row and then never have another injury, or the other way around. It's a violent sport, and a lot of it has to do with luck.
Let's move on to the NFC South. Cowboys versus the New Orleans Saints. Who's a better? Come on now, George. Let's see if the Cowboy fans going to be intellectually honest now. Let's see. George.
Dallas is a way better team. They have a better offense. They have a better offense. Saints have a better defense. New Orleans Saints has an old-ass quarterback that can't throw the ball more than 25 yards. That's a very aging team. You guys want to latch that on with me, too? We can bet that one, too. You want to bet that one with me?
No, that one's easy. Give me the Saints all day long. Give me the Saints all day long. They tend to win close games. They're very well coached. They overachieve, whereas Dallas always underachieves. You're looking at both the teams on paper, which people have a habit of doing before the season starts, and you go, oh, wow, my team's better on paper. Sure, maybe so, but the Saints is a winning organization, and the Cowboys are an 8-8 organization.
Oh.
The Saints have a quarterback that can't throw 30 yards. I mean, that's not a problem. That's not a problem.
And Dak is a quarterback who misses open receivers.
That is a problem. He can't throw 30 yards.
Or Drew Brees can throw the ball further than 30 yards.
Look how many he threw over 30 yards last year. Check it out.
Hey, and if they need to throw a Hail Mary, they got Jameis Winston there now, and he's got an arm. Not necessarily accurate. Doesn't really make good decisions.
The worst argument
he's got a lot of power. If you just want to go over 30 yards.
He's just colorblind.
He can throw it over 30 yards to the freaking who's the safety for the Cowboys. That's who'd be throwing it to.
He's a joke. Don't even bring that kid up.
It's gonna be Thomas.
Come on,
I mean, I can see the Cowboys
going to have a better season than the Cowboys.
From Dallas.
Dallas is going to win the Super Bowl this year. The Saints are going to win the Super Bowl. It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. The Saints aren't going to win shit this year. They're going to lose again in the playoffs like they do every year. They choke. They find a way to blow it. The bad call. They're always blaming somebody.
Are you jealous they made the playoffs?
Cannot get over it. No, I'm not.
Atlanta Falcons versus Dallas Cowboys. This is pretty much a no-brainer. I think Cowboys will have a better season than Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, damn. You actually picked the Cowboys one time. It's amazing.
That's not true. I picked them twice already.
No, you haven't picked them twice. You shit on them shit on them against every team.
I picked them against the Washington football team.
Well, that's not a team. I told you they don't count. They're not even a team. They don't even have a starting quarterback.
Or a name.
You
gotta have a name to be a team.
Come on.
It's a team. I assure you.
They'll be better than Miami, but they have no business being spoken to against the Cowboys. Simple. They're like the Miami Dolphins. They're going to get that many wins this year. Actually, I think the Dolphins would do better than the Washington Redskins.
This is
head-to-head. I think the Dolphins have a better win.
A Cowboy
win
fan
total,
bro. You should start a Cowboy fan.
I have to defend it. You guys had to pull out the whole NFC against Cowboys. It wasn't just Dallas against somebody. You guys had to find, because none of you guys have a real team. You guys bandwagon boys. So you guys had to find teams to come after.
I'm hearing a lot of out of you, George. Is that just like built up aggression from so many years of being a Cowboys fan? You gotta let it out.
It's hard to defend against 13 different teams. What you guys are trying to do, and I'll keep going with you guys. It's all right. I told you guys.
No, it's okay. You don't have to take it personally. We're trying to see which team.
At the end of the season, we will talk then. It'll be easy then. You guys will see all the smiles will be gone.
If it hurts your feelings, we can say what team's going to be better or worse than 8-8.
You'll be wearing your Dallas Cowboy jersey because you're a bandwagon boy. So you'll be having your Zeke jersey on, and you'll be strutting around the office. I already seen it.
You're not talking about me.
I've seen it week after week. No, you just keep wearing those Miami Dolphin jerseys. So that
hell yeah,
dude! I am a very big Dallas Cowboys fan.
I give John credit.
Let you know that I love the Cowboys.
I give John credit. At least he sticks to a team. Jordan doesn't have a team. He just picks whoever's winning that week. That's his team.
Okay. So speaking of that, Dallas Cowboys versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
You guys
wait, I didn't get to do Atlanta. Hey, I didn't get to pick Atlanta. I'm picking Atlanta. Okay, continue.
That's
all right.
Good work you're doing.
Dallas Cowboys versus
Tampa
Bay Buccaneers. Who's going to have the better season? Dallas Cowboys or Tampa Bay Buccaneers? I got to go with the Bucs just because I think Brady's is his last ride.
You guys are
actually going to have
Tom Brady fans. Both of you guys. That's the problem. Both of you guys are just Tom Brady fans, and he's an old ass man, and he's going to prove to you how old he is this year. He's going to show you.
Oh, okay.
He's going to show you how old he is this year.
I think that's next year, actually. I think he has one good year, the way Brett Favre did when he left Green Bay. He looked good on the Vikings that first year, put it together, made a run, and then fell apart the next year. And I think the same thing's going to kind of happen with Brady. We've seen this before. But I think he's got one more year in him. And I don't think he'll go to a Super Bowl. They have enough talent, but I don't see it happening. But Tampa Bay has a very good defense. They had a top 5 defense last year. They had a lot of weapons. Their biggest problem was their quarterback, and they fixed that, I believe. So, yeah, Tampa Bay, easy. It's a landslide.
Yeah, I'm confused. Who have we missed in the South? Who's left?
Carolina Panthers.
Oh, the Carolina Panthers. All right, I think Cowboys will definitely be better than the Panthers. See, there you go.
I agree. I would give it I think Carolina's interesting. First team ever to use their entire draft on defensive picks, which is fun. Teddy Bridgewater is going to be better than they thought. I've always liked Bridgewater, and you guys know I'm a huge Christian McCaffrey fan. But it's just not their year. Even Dallas is going to do better.
Christian McCaffrey was absolutely abused last year. He got ran into the ground. He will have a horrible season this year. Mark my words.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't.
They ran the boy into the ground. He had 1,000 rushing yards and 1,000 receiving. I mean, the guy was run into the ground by the team. They gave a fuck about him, and they're going to pay for it next year.
All right, let's go to the West. NFC West. How about the San Francisco 49ers? Will they have a better season than the Dallas Cowboys? I think absolutely, positively, yes, they will. I think they'll contend again. They got a great young coach, great organization, man, and they win more than 8 games on a consistent basis. So I got to take the Niners. Jordan?
I'm going to take the Cowboys here. I think that teams tend to have a hangover after losing in the Super Bowl. We've seen it over and over again.
True.
Everybody was all about the Rams when they lost in the Super Bowl. They had that Cinderella season. It's taxing to make that deep of a playoff run and not win at all. And I just don't see them putting together the same type of year, and that division is tough. I think Arizona gets better. Seattle's in win now mode. I would have to take the Cowboys there. George?
I don't even know I have to speak. You guys know who I'm going to take. I think SF had a good run last year with a mediocre quarterback. They don't have much there. They're going to lose their running backs. Everyone overperformed from last year. I don't see them doing half as good as they did last year. I think they probably win their division because Seattle is their only competition there. But I don't see
Arizona and the Rams.
Yeah,
the Rams are 2 years removed from a Super Bowl, and Arizona's bring the air raid. Come on.
Would you like to make those wagers against me? You can back those with money if you like.
Okay.
Both of those.
So
I know you won't.
We're about to bet so many cases of Modelo after this. So many cases. And can you give us reasons other than I'm going with the Cowboys because I'm a homer?
I'm going with the Cowboys because I think they're the better team this year. I think they're better at most positions than everybody. I think they got what they were missing last year as a new coach. And I think they're going to see a big change. They had a horrible season last year. Everybody admits they had a horrible season, and they were still 8-8, and they were still potential Super Bowl winners. Everyone was still afraid of them. Everyone was still afraid of them.
That was a Freudian slip there. You said quarterback for a second.
Quarterback. I did say that.
I can't believe we haven't mentioned Jerry Jones, who's still the owner. Replace the coach all you want. Jerry Jones is still the owner. He's the least qualified coach in the league, and he's still trying to do it from all the way up.
He'll take a back seat this year because he's gonna have to shut up for all the Black Lives Matter stuff. He'll be shutting up a lot this year. How much have you heard from him this year? How much has he said? He can't say much. He's stuck. Are you saying Black Lives Matter are going to win the Cowboys a Super Bowl? That's awesome. I say Black Lives Matter.
I've never heard of something so great.
Black Lives Matter will silence.
Are fantastic.
Would you like me to speak, or are you just keep talking stupid shit? Black Lives Matter is going to make him shut up. It's going to silence him because people are afraid to speak now. He's going to be one of them.
Shut up internally.
He's gone. The dude is gone. He left and didn't make any statements for 3 months. How much has that happened before in his whole life? It's the off season. Even in the off season, he's any major contract disputes. What is he going to talk about? First of all, they haven't signed Dak, so that's a major contract dispute. I don't know if you consider that one or not. I don't know if you consider that one or not. Yeah, he said he's going to make the deal still. You're very uninformed. Very uninformed.
Yeah.
Salute.
Very.
Okay, so Dallas versus Seattle. That's a tough one. George's going to have to think about this one for a minute.
I don't have to think about anything. I already told you Dallas is going to win the Super Bowl this year.
So they're better than anybody.
So they're going to win the Super Bowl, and they're going to have the best regular season record, is what you're saying.
No, I think they're going to win the Super Bowl. I don't care about regular season record. That means nothing.
Okay, because that's what we're talking about is team
regular season record is pointless.
About who's going to have the better season, period.
Regular season wins is pointless. It means nothing as
long as
far as the playoffs go.
As long as you get in.
Exactly. Just got to get in there.
And if anything, Dallas has a very weak division, and they could run up that win total if they have that magical Cinderella season where Jerry decides to hide under the bed. But I'm not sure that's going to happen. All right? But they could, and if you're talking about Seattle,
you're still good at covering all your bases.
Seattle's win now. The Jamal Adams pick up, but their line play is awful. Seattle might have the worst defensive and offensive line in the league right now, and they say they're in win now mode. As much as I love Russell Wilson and the wide receivers and the Jamal Adams pickup, I think I would still. That's just too tough of a division. I'll still go with the Cowboys there, but it's close. It's very close.
Okay.
You are very oscillating in your picks. You don't ever really stand behind anybody. You're like, well, if they do this, they can win. But if they do that, they can lose. No shit. Pick a side. Pick a side. That's what we're here for.
They're the complete opposite of George. George is confident every year the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl. Every year.
No, okay. Last year I didn't like him that much. This year I like him more.
Versus the LA Rams.
season starts, we're going to start picking teams, right? And we'll have a record to stand behind. We will have a record, and you'll pick a team against a spread. Your best 3 or 6, we'll do it every single week on the show, on air, live, so everybody knows, and we can just stack our little records up against each other and then see if you're still talking shit at the end of the year.
Next week. But, okay, I'm just talking about who's going to have the better season. I think the Cowboys will have a better season than the LA Rams, which is the last team on our list here.
Okay, that's 30.
The Rams are going to be interesting this year because they're trying to make some moves. But I mean, like you guys all know, I think Dallas is gonna win it this year. I don't think they're going to have some competition. But they're going to run the thing this year. I don't see much stopping them this year.
Okay, did you pick them to win it last year? Yes or no?
No, I didn't. Last year, unfortunately, I picked the Saints.
So did I.
Interesting. Okay, fair enough.
I picked them with you. Remember, John? You picked them right after I picked the Saints.
No,
I said, you're on my Saints.
Which makes me wonder why you really think that the Cowboys are going to have a much better season than the Saints. That all of a sudden
because the Saints have got older and older and older and older, and they haven't fixed that problem. And they just find ways to lose. They just keep finding ways to lose. I think they're just snake bit. Maybe the quarterback, something's going on.
In the divisional championship, they find ways to lose.
They should have won the game against the Rams. They got cheated by the refs. I'm the first one to admit that. But something always happens where they get cheated. Last year they got cheated out of something too. It's just they're not. It's not their time. Sorry, it's not their time.
So your take is the Cowboys will win the Super Bowl. They are better than every other team in the NFL. They're gonna break that cycle of going 8-8, and they're gonna go into the playoffs. They're going to sweep and go, and they're not only going to get to the Super Bowl, they are going to win the Super Bowl this year because Dak Prescott has a new coach, and that's your take. I think your defense, though, I don't know, man. The reason
they're building on the defense. They're building. You haven't been seeing, but they're putting pieces in. They're putting pieces in.
I don't know if they can win a Super Bowl with that defense. I don't know. I just think that they're
I think that defense is going to be better than people think. That front seven is mean with Van Der Esch and Lee. They got Randy Greger. They got good pieces on the defensive line, a great linebacking core. The secondary is a little bit suspect. I think you've got a lot riding on that Diggs, the first round draft back being a stud. But if he does it, and big if, they end up going out and get Thomas, that defense could be decent. I mean, that could be a pretty good team.
They have the fastest linebackers in the league. Their linebackers are the fastest in the league.
Good, but who's standing
behind them? Lee and Van Der Esch are the fastest linebackers in the league.
They lost a great cornerback. They lost a great cornerback to Miami, and their cornerbacks and safeties are suspect. And you gotta have.
Well, they did lose a great cornerback to Miami, but they lost a corner that had 3 interceptions in 3 years. Okay, he's not a turnover machine. He's just solid, and they weren't willing to pay somebody who doesn't produce turnovers elite money. So I'm impressed. For once, the Cowboys decided not to pay somebody.
They didn't throw at him. You can't intercept the ball if they're not throwing it over there. Kid's a great cornerback. Dolphins.
He's great. Don't get me wrong. But Diggs might be able to replace him. We'll see.
The rookie. We'll see. All right. Well, that was fun. And Jordan, what is your actual summary prediction for the Dallas Cowboys in the 2020 season? Jordan, you hear me?
Oh, sorry. You're breaking up a little bit. I think Dallas is going to be not as good as George thinks, but better than other people think. They're in a very weak division, maybe the weakest NFC division, and certainly they can push that into better than 8-8, like maybe like 8-7-1, or something, right? So I have a lot of faith in them. It's good.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys go 10-6. Or 11-5. I think they get in the playoffs, and I think they lose. And but I think most Cowboy fans like George will think that's bullshit and that's not a good season. But when you've been 8-8 every year, that's called progress. I mean, I think they'll have a better year than last year. I think they have a better coach. I think they'll get in the playoffs, and they'll at least begin to rebuild that winning culture that they had there 20 plus years ago. That is my intellectually honest prediction of what will actually happen. But I don't think they have the defense to go into the Super Bowl, and I don't think they have the culture yet to go deep and win the Super Bowl. I think that you're up against some great talent and great coaching in the NFC, and so I think all in all, good season for Dallas, solid, better than what they've been doing, much improved, but I don't think they'll go all the way. Maybe one playoff win, maybe knocked out in the first round. So, see, I'm not hating though. That's not hating, right?
You can't hate. You guys have to give them credit. They're a good team. To say they're not, you're full of shit. So you have to say they're good.
No, they're a great team until they underperform. Every year they are. They constantly disappoint you. And hopefully this is the year they turn it around, because I think that is coaching.
I do think
maybe they have a better coach.
I do think the X factor though is if Jerry will, if Jerry's running away and he's going to not be involved somehow because of Black Lives Matter, yeah, they may actually be a whole lot better. But that is the single component that has contributed to them being a mediocre team with a lot of talent that has been mediocre. It's always top.
Well, you have to remember too, they farmed that talent. Dak was nobody. He came and pursued for them for 3 years. He's been a nobody quarterback, and now he's a star. You guys can say all you want. He's the top 5 quarterback in the NFL, and now he's finally coming into his own.
Top 5, but okay.
He's the top 5 quarterback according to ESPN. Top 5 quarterback in the NFL right now.
On paper, yeah, but
how do you compete? What do you want to compare him as? The guy's 4 years into the season. I mean, into his career.
Yeah.
He hasn't.
Give him 4 years. In the last 4 years, how many people have gone further in the playoffs?
How many people have quarterbacked every game since they've been in the league? Tell me that one.
Tannehill did it for the first 4 years. Was he top 5?
He was a pig, and it's proving he's a pig. Pig.
He got to the freaking AFC Championship
by handing the ball off every play.
No, he made some plays. Come on.
He made a couple, but it was all about that running back that they ran into the ground.
He made some absolute.
They ran the running back into the ground. You can say all you want. Tannehill ran his running back into the ground. That's the only reason they went as far as they did.
Another intellectually honest take on Dak Prescott. I mean, here's the truth. The truth is he puts up numbers. He has his moments where he looks great, but in crunch time, he hasn't done it. He hasn't had those big fourth quarter wins. He hasn't had those comebacks that they need to have. He hasn't had those Tom Brady moments in the fourth quarter where you're down by 4 and you need a touchdown with 2 minutes left. He hasn't had it yet, so you can't call him great. You can say he's
call him great. I said he's the top 5 quarterback in the NFL. That's all I said.
I think there's a lot of people who you put behind that offensive line. He takes less hits than anybody else with the best running back there is behind him. Look at his wide receivers. They're fantastic. They're one of the best groups in the league. There's a lot of people who, if you get to play there for 4 years, you're a top 5 quarterback according to stats. Doesn't mean you can win games. He's shown that he can.
You're talking about Garoppolo and all. Anybody can go into San Francisco and be a good quarterback, right?
Well, I agree. Well, then, Garoppolo, I'm not that impressed with. I think Garoppolo could have done what Dak did last year.
Tell me 4, 5 quarterbacks that are better than him this year.
Well,
then Dak?
Then Dak, yeah. 5.
Oh, yeah. Oh, come on. 5?
Oh, yes, please.
Just 5?
Hurry up.
Russell Wilson, Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, no.
Lamar Jackson, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, probably Matt Ryan.
None of those guys put up better numbers than him. Rodgers didn't put up better numbers. None of those guys did in the last 2 years.
Rodgers had 1 target, and he was injured all year.
That's not what we're asking about. I didn't ask you that. I asked you who's the top 5 quarterbacks this year. That's all I asked you.
Well, listen, I guess it's how you.
So we're going back to fantasy stats then, right?
Yeah.
If you have a better team, you put up better fantasy stats. So Lamar Jackson is twice the quarterback Dak is.
Lamar Jackson sucks, in my opinion. You guys know that. I think Lamar Jackson.
But he had better stats.
All right.
That's what you just said.
Not by much.
Had better stats.
Look at the numbers. We'll bring them up. They're not by much. Bring them up.
They're by a lot.
conversation at a later date. We're going to continue this later. George, and I'm going to let Jordan say his final words first, and then I'm going to give you the last word, George. Jordan.
Cowboys are going to be great this year. This is their year. I'm ready for it. Let's see it happen, but it's not going to be because of Dak. Go.
George.
I have nothing else to say. I'm arguing with two guys that have no idea what they're talking about, so I'll just leave it like that.
Peace. Like, share, do all that.